Hey there guys, it's the Bucks fan for life here again today. So I'm making this video because, you know, I'm the only Bucks fan at my school because I live in the Midwest. And everyone just trashes on the Bucks. So I'm making this video to show why we should be considered a top 10 offense. And so I'm just going to be going over positions and stuff like that. So let's start off with the quarterbacks. So famous Jameis. He was on pace, because I looked over stats, to have 4,300 yards last year. My opinion, he's a top 15 quarterback at least. He is definitely not disappointed as a first overall pick. Some people don't like him. I think he's the future of our franchise. I just think that he's a great quarterback. And yeah, hopefully after his rookie contract, we can sign him for many more seasons to come. At the running back position, Ronald Jones, I think, is going to be our main guy. He's a big home run hitter, but he can also get, 4 or 5 yards a carry. I really like his tape at USC. I watched quite a bit of it because I looked at a lot of Sam Darnold tape, and I like Ronald Jones quite a bit. He's definitely one of the top rookie running backs. Next is Mike Evans, our wide receiver. I don't know. Mike Evans, he's kind of up and down. I consider him to be a top 5 receiver, but he drops a lot of passes. And I don't know, just he has a lot. He's really inconsistent because he'll have a good season, then he'll have a bad season, and by bad I mean he'll like lead the league in drops or something, or be close to leading the league in drops. So next is Desean Jackson, one of the best deep threats in the NFL. He didn't work out very much last year. I think mainly due to the fact that Jameis never really had a deep threat in the time that he's been with Tampa. So I think that he just has to get used to that. He's mainly been used to possession guys, bigger receivers. And I just think that we need to give it. I think this year it'll be a lot better than it was this year with the connection. I think that he's going to have a good year this year. Next is our former first-round pick, O.J. Howard out of Alabama. I think he had 6 touchdowns in like 12 games. In my opinion, I don't know how he fell to 19. He's a great tight end, great receiving tight end. He can block as well. I definitely think that he will be a good tight end. He possibly will steal the starting position from Cameron Brate. I think he's a top 10 tight end. Next, Cameron Brate. We signed him to a huge deal this offseason. I don't know. I think that he's maybe a top 20 tight end. Look, 2 years ago he had 8 touchdowns. Was, I think, a top 10 fantasy tight end. And it really surprised people when we selected O.J. Howard because we still had that guy. But I don't know. I personally really like him. I think he's a good tight end. Next to the O-line, Marpet, the former second-round pick. He played center this season. He was a top 10 center, even though his natural position is guard, which we re-switched him to. He's a top 5 guard, according to Pro Football Focus, so that's good. Next, Ryan Jensen, who we brought in so he could move Marpet back to guard. He was a top 5 center, according to Pro Football Focus, and he's the highest paid center in the league. I don't know. I think that he could be good. I'm not entirely too sure. From what I've heard, he kind of went up and down last season. But if he can stay consistent, I don't know. I think it could be an underrated free agent signing from last year. Next, Demar Dotson. He's a top 3 right tackle when healthy. His main issue has just been he gets hurt too much. I think it's his right leg. It's not doing too good. But he's definitely really good. And then Donovan Smith, the former 34th overall pick out of Penn State. I don't know. I think that he has a ton of potential, but he just hasn't really done anything since he got into the league. But I think he could be good. So that's really it. Altogether, I think we have a top 10 O-line. And we have a good receiving core. We still have Chris Godwin, 3rd-round pick last year. I think he could become a good slot receiver. I'd say we have a top 15 receiving core. Top 20 running back. No, top 25 running back, probably. And then a top 15 quarterback in Jameis Winston. So, altogether, you combine all those, I think that we have around like a top 10 offense. And so, I have a lot of hope for this season. Want to hear you guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in my next video.